So hi everyone, today is 3rd of June and Tuesday session, second trading session of the week. The market is giving gap up which is expected also because it has formed an hammer on the daily time frame. So expectation was that it would probably do a short covering move at the initial time only. We are expecting till this top move, but we should be having a good entry on a particular retracement, otherwise we'll be facing trouble there. So if you ask me about Bank Nifty has broken out 56,000 and showing some sort of rejection there, which is a fair thing. But Bank Nifty, if you ask me that Bank Nifty has a higher chances of giving a red candle or bearish candle on the starting itself compared to Nifty because Nifty has probably not seen some sort of negativeness over this. So if you look at this trend line also, it has been tested so many times so that there is a probability of this going down on the future thing, on the future part. Also, another thing, there is Sensex which is 81,500. So basically, it is taking support there on 81,500. The way it has shown the rejection candles, probably it would be turning out because it has taken the resistance from exact previous resistance time where market has taken multiple time of resistance. So it is taking resistance there only. My plan will be towards buying side till the point that market does not break the closing price. If market was able to break the closing price, then there is no point of buying into the market because it will be negative. It will be negative in the future term. So the way market has shown the positivity on the opening itself, it has accumulated good stock of buyers first, then showing some sort of rejection. So what would be happening right here in the psychology part? If you ask me, then I would be saying that the accumulation that buyers have will be the buyers who would be holding their position for the next day will be feeling very happy at the point where market opened above 24,800 and blasted from there. After that, showing negativity to them by giving this kind of candle is something that is fearful for them also. Still, my plan is towards buying side because whenever in a buying trend, a big red candle, which is somewhere close to, in this case, of 140 points happens, then there will be some sort of panic happening between the overnight holders. So that becomes the chance of uh, getting a buying side move because they will be getting out from the market. The buyers will be getting out from the market very easily on looking at the 140 points of candle. So on that basis, we'll be adding positions today. Let's see. Let me add the premiums also. I have added both side of premiums uh, just in case that any kind of observation that can be visible on both sides so that we can go through that also. Let me first add the at the money option just to observe the momentum of the market and then we will be. So in the meanwhile, while I am adding the premiums over watch list, call options has moved a little bit towards the higher side. Puts are losing their value as you can see. So let me go through the at the money option first. So call option has shown chunk of rejection which is good for our entry only. So it has probably broken the closing price. And if you ask that what would be the next particular move, if you ask me, and I would be saying that It has broken the closing price, so there would be some sort of sellers accumulating. But on the low break, the probability of this going on a higher side becomes high. But let me first go through the chart itself. Look, market has again come into the trend line, which has acted as a barrier for the market for a long run. Let's see. I will be happy to buying on the top because the way it has shown rejection, it will be uh, redefining what I can say right now. No doubt the low breakdown happened here. So this is what I am saying. This looks horrifying. I think market will do some more effort to remove those buyers over this because already the major round numbers, which is 295 or you can say 300, has already been broken. Showing a classic continuation pattern, but not in fast move. And also, if you ask me about Bank Nifty has done the closing price breakdown after that, showing some sort of positiveness. Definitely, people will be getting fear out of selling into the market because already there is a huge mindset move, and every point they will be definitely adding position towards buying side only. But we can't capture both sides, so we will be planning for selling side moves only. Showing some sort of support over this swing. The probability of selling here could be very high compared to buying because the way it has shown support at this point looks like it will be bluff only. So let's have a look at the put option also. Definitely today people will be trying to buy at every point. One continuation of this particular put option towards downside should happen so that the bullish momentum should be confirmed by the random buyers over this. The low it has made is of 78.45. Spot has shown some sort of position and after that showing rejection. That means it is giving fear to the buyers that I'll be falling. So going for a put option here becomes very. So if this breaks, there could be a probable continuation, but the possibility of it continuing towards downside becomes less because the price action or the candlestick has shown that it's a rejection candle, which means someone would be is holding also, then he would be not probably feeling very confident about it because of the rejection candle. So it could have the probable entry into the call cycle. Let me go through the call option first. This can be counted as a cost high pullback. So this can be counted as a cost high pullback, and if this high breaks out, then it could be probably the continuation of the pattern. Let's have that view. Here the stop loss will be small. Okay, so we have got a very high price, 57. If the exact entry would be towards 83 or something, then it would be very great. No worries. Stop loss is at the exact low of this premium. This is very, uh, if you ask me, this is very problematic when you see that your entry is being made at a point where the probability of loss becomes very high. It is at 70, so the low is basically at 78. So we could probably place it to 77.90. If the low is broken, then I will be exiting from this position, and this should be to 77.60. The probability of it getting hit, my stop loss is very high right now. This is what the trouble is. So exiting from a bad trade is something that we should prefer. So it has taken this stop loss right now. So possibly it has bluffed us only, and it's showing next time no. So here taking a risk would be not an issue, but second time I don't want to be wrong in this position. So if few points get missed also, then also it is fine. Okay. So previous day also this kind of momentum happened, right? First negative candle and then positive side of momentum. Some sort of W pattern is showing right now. So it is very unlikely that market will repeat the previous day's pattern. That was a bare minimum thing that market could do. Let it show some bullishness. After that, we'll be heading towards put option at a good place. The put option has a good volume in it. So let me enter into the put option because the stop loss is smaller also. Market cannot repeat the previous day chart here. So that's why I'm entering. And we have got the price of 81. 71.65 would be the stop loss. If we have the stop loss in the system is there. It should be 72 and this should be 71 points. Exactly 10 points of stop loss. Probably this could continue because market cannot repeat the previous day chart first thing also. And now because previous day was a great buying move. So that's why at every point people will be started thinking that I will buy here. The market will not give that opportunity. It was very clear that market will do this kind of move, but it's my misfortune that I was biased towards buying only. So it has blasted right now. Let me think for a. So we have got the price of 81. On the basis of that, it's somewhere close to this high. This is pretty clear. 130. Let me go through the chart first because I'll be waiting for this candle closing itself. Is the way it has fallen. There is no point of it taking support at 81. Okay, so 81,000 breakout already happened right now. Is this our premium? No. So our premium is this 24,350. We'll be very cautious about booking also because when trend is against, if you are going against the trend, then it will be very hard for the market to give you a chance of booking. Also, if you are getting the momentum quickly into your direction, you should be fearful about the profit also. Since they're looking pretty good on the total, the concerning part here becomes is the 81,000 breakdown. Because it has happened, it could probably uh, hit the buyers. Scandal looks so good. So let me see that what would probably happen because if you ask me about Bank Nifty also, Bank Nifty has broken down 800 and also there is a previous swing. There is very less likely chance that it would take us support here. So as per Bank Nifty, there could be another stretch towards downside. But the way the candles have been negative, definitely people will be selling there. Also, 81,000 breakdown happened with good volume. So there also people will be getting the indication of let's sell, brother. There is not going to be a mindset move. Things like this will come definitely into the mind. Confirmation should be fast, which is not visible in this at this point. I am planning for this as a stop loss, but let's see if the momentum continues or not because it has already grabbed some sort of liquidity over this price. If not giving the price of 100, that means there is a possibility of this reversing back. If the breakdown of 81,000 does not have been happened, then it would be very easy for me to hold this trade. Right now, it becomes very problematic. Visible that it is very going to be very tough for us to hold this trade. Let's see. As for the philosophy, whenever we are getting right, we should be holding this trade. Definitely, if this turns out to be negative, then market will not give us chance to exit also. Since it would be very far negative candle. So I'll be placing this to closing price itself. buying price itself. It has shown complete rejection on 15 minutes. And the way it has shown that rejection, possibility of it going into direction becomes very less. Sensex has already shown some sort of bullishness over this area after the 81,000 breakout. But think of this like as the other 15-minute way, if market will show this kind of candle, don't you think that people will start buying it, being cautious and being ready to book the. So let me indeed place it to 82 because it has reversed as for the chart. Low is 82.17. Here it should continue like this. Otherwise, the chances become very low. I told you that market will not give us chance to exit also. No, it's not giving the chance. The possibility of it going towards fall side right now becomes very high right now. So let me be entering into the fall side right with a little bit of stop loss only because the probability of this going is very high because it has already accumulated good chunk of sellers. It should be booked, should have booked that position also because it's may, if you ask me that why shouldn't I book, well, the philosophy was if market is going into my direction, I should be holding. But on that philosophy itself, if that was a selling side move, then if the momentum is fast enough towards your side, then you should be not holding the trade for more because it would be most probably a trapping side trade, right? Just a minute. Undoubtedly, we have got some uh, good momentum over this premium already, but the probability of this going higher becomes high because it has taken resistance from an area which shouldn't be acted as a resistance. And this is running below our buying price only. So my logical stop loss will be this. But you asked me that do you want to hold this till this? Definitely my answer will be no. It will not be a fast enough move because already there will be buyers coming over this area looking at the hammer and the candles also. This high should be taken in the next 1 minute candle only. It has already taken 10 points of those stop loss. So this looks like a continuation pattern here, so that becomes very problematic at this point because the more it will take time here, the possibility of more it going down will increase because of the time decay also. Also, the options has shown some sort of positiveness over this hammer candle. So let me exit from this position right at this point because completely it has reversed right now. If I think this as a buyer's removal candle, then probably you would be thinking that why then you have exited from this position. The particular trend line which have been drawn is also acting greatly negative right now. What is also visible here right now is the sideways kind of momentum. The way it has removed the call buyers over this premium is insane because it has completely reversed the price. First of all, it has taken the support exactly from 600, and after that, the way it has shown the positiveness over this area would have accumulated good chunk of buyers, and for that reason, here it could be negative for some time, and after that, maybe there would be a reversal kind of move, but it has the potential of showing same kind of start as previous day. But the probability was very less that as previous day was also that here it would turn out to be buying. If this turned out to be buying right now, then it would be the repetition of previous day, which is fairly not the case with this thing. Right now, the accumulation of sellers has happened right now because of the heavy volume and uh, bearish candles. It has broken the round area, which acted as a support previously, and showing some sort of positivity around this area only. So, if you look from a broader perspective, this is a sideways kind of market. So, expecting any kind of points into this market is something that you should be avoiding. So, if any observations come, I will be definitely updating. Otherwise, there is no opportunity as such visible in today's market. So, I will be staying away from this as well. as thinking as it as a sideways market because it has again broken out 800 on accumulation of sellers. It will be again turning into bullish only. As told, it is happening right now. It will do like this only, right? So in this kind of market, it will be you can be expecting some sort of 5 to 10 points, not more than that. So we'll be waiting for trending markets without burning our hands in this kind of market. So let's see, let's observe and we'll wait for any opportunity to be visible. Here is a small opportunity generating for sell side trade, but the momentum could not be very sustain, very you can say fast. But yes, there could be a possible scalp here. 24, 350 put option. That's mean. So possibly the after low breakdown there could be momentum because the way it has shown support on this particular hammer looks like it will turn negative. But we have to see because it is taking support at the previous day at the previous low it has made, which is very unlikely. So let's make the entry here. Price is 83. Stop loss will be very small here. We have got the price of 83.33. Possibility of the low break on the chances of low breakdown. Okay, so trade has been successful right now, but yes, it needs to move fast. We could probably expect day this particular high breakout. Possibly this would be the low. Looks like it is not sustaining on that point. But there is a high possibility that it could turn out continuously falling. It is. Does this mean that the hammer is sustaining? As of now, looks like the hammer is sustaining on this point, and there is a continuation type of pattern visible on 1 minute. This is a very obvious point of market taking support, so that's why I'm getting a little bit of biasness towards selling over this. In this particular candle, there is a heavy volume. That's why the possibility of, because the 5 minute candle has been closed, possibility of it going from here it becomes very high. To get a good average, I think we can add one position into it. If this does not take support at this point, we'll be closing that position. Average become 75.83, so average will be somewhere close to 81.33 only. The low breakdown that was expected also. 5 minute candle low breakdown. 73 should be the stop loss of this particular trade. That's it. There is a clear decay in the premium itself. So possibly the low could be the stop loss. Looks like it is blocking the sellers over this, buyers around this area. But the momentum should be fast here. Let's say I'm facing the stop loss at 73.25 because taking a risk more than that would be not a good idea. So I have placed the stop loss. Let's see what would be the result I'll be sharing with you. I think most probably it will hit only. We can't say anything. Let's see if it hits also. I will update you. So here it has taken the stop loss, and this is the end PnL of today. If you look at the contract note, this is what the brokerages are. Definitely could be a possible scenario that market will stay sideways at this point, around 700 to 800 range. After that, we could see some sort of momentum, but this is not something that we can expect today. So possibly you should be waiting for a trending day for the execution of it.